Welcome back, guys, to another Shoutcast. This is another Apex. I've just been enjoying this tournament way more than any other tournament currently to date. Just the matches and series have been a lot more exciting overall. Just the competition of the international sense. I just love international tournaments or when other teams are invited. So this is Dorado of Lunatic High versus Envyus. A North American organization full of European players. And this is just a really cool map. So we're going to be seeing Envyus on the attack. Dorado is one of my favorite payload maps. I just find that even the look of the map and even how some people play it out is very fascinating. So we're seeing Envyus, one of the few teams that still runs Pharah. I really like it because most teams are just not prepared for it. You know, they're generally waiting for a Reaper comp or Tracer or Genji, and they'll try and pick the Mei to separate, but Mei has quite a hard time taking care of this Pharah. And when you only have a Mei and an Ana to take out Pharah, it's really hard to do that, especially if there's a proc and Mercy on her. I don't see that really for Envyus right now, but they're probably going to pick that up. And not only that, Lee Tanjun is going to have a hard time hooking that as well. So just far as going to keep her distance, do a lot of harassment, can break down shields, do a lot of damage. You can't really Mei wall her off. She's just going to be a constant threat throughout this first point, which is just a huge strength. So she tried to get a quick pick on Eska there on the Mei, and right now Taimu jumps up. He's in danger of getting picked. He has to, I'm surprised that he's still alive. Like, they had Eska and Miro up there shooting at him, but they didn't manage to get him off. Yes, Chips was shooting at him, keeping him alive, and Jae Hong, needing to see where he is at, but he could have probably popped some shots in there too. So right now they're going holding a market. They're doing a quick speed, and Taimu was trying to be aggressive and take down Dean, and he manages to do it. But Roadhog manages to get Internet Hulk on the side, but Taimu is doing so much work right here. And finally Tailspin comes in and helps clean things up. Toby gets taken down by Taimu, but Taimu gets hooked. But this fight is already over. Envyus is going to close it out. Jae Hong and June are going to be taken out. Tailspin manages to clean up the fight, even though Taimu did initiate the fight, and Taimu initially won the fight, especially with the engage, helped by Harry Hook with the speed in. They managed to close out the fight with Tailspin on the end of the fight, so they get a great first point, and this is a really good momentum shift. So Tailspin now has his ultimate. Lunatic High already swapped off the Mei, went to the McCree. That's really good, and that's a very fast adaptation. A lot of people generally wait, and they'll probably wait to try and get the ultimate, but he didn't care about the ultimate. The Mei ult isn't what's important. They need to get rid of this Pharah threat. Really good pick. Dean gets picked up, though, by Taimu, and some reason Tailspin gets ulted by the Ana. He's going to try and get traction. He's not going to be able to do a lot of damage, because if he tries to ult, he'll be put to sleep by Ana. You notice that they're saving the CC on Lunatic High, so he couldn't pop his ultimate, and that just seemed like a really poorly timed moment. He does get the Zarya shield. He does take down the Roadhog, but he quickly gets taken out by Miro. However, that is going to be a winning fight. That was really nice timed Zarya shield going onto him. There was not a lot that Lunatic High could do. Lunatic High, though, does have most of their ultimates going into this fight. Envyus is going to be at the disadvantage. They only have a defensive hold on Harry Hook and Taimu's ultimate, and if they're maintaining the high ground, Taimu's effectiveness greatly is reduced. Miro is high energy too, so this is a huge threat for Envyus. This is going to be power play. Miro is playing up, going to try and probably get an ultimate. There we go. He manages to get one, and Dean on the side, somehow Chips and him were just somewhere over there, and great charge by Dean, manages to take out Coco, and that's just going to clean up the fight overall. So really good cleanup. And also the great thing about that play is only Toby and Miro used their ultimates going into that, and Envyus reused a lot of they didn't gain a lot of charge on their ultimates. So we're going to see Lunatic High still have the advantage here. They have a lot of their ultimates. Eska, he's constantly swapping what high ground he's on. He's right now up there with the Reinhardt. So once again, Lunatic High does have the advantage on the ultimates going into this. Taimu is just trying to find a good flank, and that's the thing about Dorado. It's really hard to find that good flank position. Really good knockup by Tailspin, knocking them off. They're trying to take down Eska. With that, Taimu, great ultimate, gets taken out by Coco, but great Reinhardt ultimate going into the start of that fight. Dean Jae Hong is managing to clean up the fight. Jae Hong is just so good on his shots on a lot of people commend him for it. He'll do hip fire shots, not even scope shots, and manage to get people from really far. He manages to get 3 picks himself at the end of that fight. Really good play. And once again, we still see a lot of ultimates. There's the Eska ult for zoning. We have Jaehung with his ultimate as well. Get it? Toby will be coming up to his ultimate so they can set up a defensive play. I also like that Envyus swapped off the Pharah. It just wasn't working anymore since they were in an open area, and this McCree was just such a threat due to the adaptation from Lunatic High. They decided to go with Genji. He's able to generate ults very quickly up against Lunatic High's team, and he's able to dive onto the Ana. Taimu gets picked off on the side, really surprising. Eska ulted. Still, I really like that they empowered the McCree. He's a really good character to empower, especially if he's landing his shots. He manages to get Tailspin with his ultimate and did a ton of damage to Internet Hulk. Sadly, Internet Hulk and the rest of the team, so Chips, they just said, all right, let's die together. Let's reset. We're losing this fight. Let's not give them any more ultimate charges. There's nothing more to gain here. So they good, coordination right there as a team. Envyus calling that out, so a good job on that. They're really struggling with the second point here. They've gotten a little far, but it's really hard to knock this team off the high ground, and especially how they're playing it. And I have to say, Lunatic's High's resource management on their ultimates has just been, in my opinion, far superior than Envyus overall. Really good Graviton Surge. Are they able to clean it up? Yes, Eska gets Internet Hulk, and the Roadhog gets the Genji on Tailspin. So really good hook on the side. Miro is chasing them down, seeing if they can get a split spawn, but they don't manage to. And Jaehong does get Coco on the side, so there is a split spawn. But once again, so by the time now Envyus swapped off of the Genji and went McCree, so they're just trying to get their ultimate charges by a minute and 20 seconds. And once again, they're just down so many ultimates. They also have Reinhardt, but they only have Coco, Harry Hooks, and about to have time results. But Lunatic High, if you notice, they have 4 ultimates and are about to have 5 off of Jaehung on the Ana. So this is just another fight that they're losing, and they know exactly where they're coming from. They're in the bank. So Eska is still on the high ground, just being such a threat. They're not able to get him off of this. I have to say, I'm not sure if this Reinhardt into McCree pick was necessarily the thing they needed. Look at this. There's no pressure on Eska. Even though he's missing his shots, he does clean that up. He's just having so much damage and so much pressure on that high ground. There's just nothing they really can do. And once again, that fight Envyus produced, they just didn't put enough of a threat. Nobody really used their ultimates except for Toby, who was spectacular in time in his ultimate, by the way, and saving several of his teammates. But there was really nothing needed there. So Lunatic High, they've constantly been ahead in this game through the resources for the last few minutes, and there's just been no pressure to put them behind. So right now, Envyus is going to come into this fight, and they're going to be behind. So this is going to be up to them to pull out a miracle. Eska gets a good ultimate with the empowered Ana. Really smart. Gets 2, gets 3, and then nice Taejun on the Roadhog manages to get 2 other players. So once again, Lunatic High, they used all their ultimates in the last fight since they've been saving them, since they've been coordinating the ultimates and how much they use them. It's just something I noticed about the Korean teams, and they just are so good at resource management. Lunatic High, considered probably the best Korean team right now, if not one of the best. And just going into this fight, I have to say, even though Envyus's players were playing phenomenally well, they were just, it seemed like due to the timing of their swaps and even the amount of resource management they had when they were using their abilities, they were just always down a few ultimates. So every time they would try and do a play with one or all their ultimates, there would be a really good defensive ultimate from Toby, or there would be a nice counter engage from Eska and Jaehung with the combo of McCree with his Deadeye and the Nano Boost. So really good job on that. And I also just like the composition. Roadhog is managing to pick someone on the engage and get a kill on that. And then just Dean blocking any hit scan that Envyus is bringing to the table, bringing that pressure. And Zarya is protecting any key targets, and she does a ton of damage herself. So the composition Lunatic High just feels really balanced going into this. So both teams are going with the Mei pick. She's very strong into this first point. She's good at holding the bridge and blocking it off. Both having the Roadhog and the Mei, where she can wall someone off, he can hook and just run in and do a ton of damage. Also, you have the Reinhardt, so you just have a lot of walls and shields, things to block people off. And it's just really good on this bridge point because it's too hard to go around on the high ground side. Of course you can, but it gives the team a lot of time to react, and also they can Mei wall that off too. So let's see how Lunatic High wants to break into this. They probably won't be going the Torbjorn. Yes, we're seeing he's been playing a very good Lucio this game overall, but we're seeing Eska on the Mei. We've been seeing a lot of cheeky Mei strategies, getting up on the high ground somewhere or moving over, and Tailspin also playing on his Mei, one of my favorite Meis to see in action since he's just so good with those projectile style characters. Right now, Taejun looking for a hook on the other team, and Harry Hook very strangely is playing Roadhog. Generally, in support players sometimes we see him pull out the Tracer or the Soldier, but generally we see Taimu on the Roadhog, just so good with his hook accuracy and just so consistent on that. And it's kind of interesting. I don't know why they don't do a little swap around on that, and it just seems kind of out of place. And it seems like Eska got the wall off, really good wall. He placed the wall in that direction so Tailspin couldn't separate the team. So the way they played that out, and Coco does manage to get Miro, but Eska drops his ultimate on the point. Taejun takes down Chips on the side, and right now this fight seems really, really close going into this. And actually, it seems like it might go in the favor of Lunatic High. This is just a very scrappy fight in the end, but it is going to be in the favor of Lunatic High. Even though Eska might die in this point, the spawn for the attacking team is much closer, so they'll be able to rush there with the Lucio on Toby. And it seems like they are running back. Eska is going to be trying to separate the team. This is just going to be a disadvantageous for Envyus. Harry Hook does swap to the Tracer, try and get there as fast as he can, but the fight is just so behind. Jae-Hung is going to be empowering Dean. Dean is doing a ton of damage. It seems like Coco didn't get the ultimate that he exactly wanted, and right now Eska, again, with another ultimate. She generates that ult really fast, but it looks like Envyus is winning this fight. Harry Hook does clean up three people right now, and he's going for the fourth, and he does clean up. Harry Hook doing so much work on that Tracer. I really like him on that compared to the Roadhog. I just don't see him on Roadhog a lot in competitive play. That's just something, it doesn't feel right. He is a very good hit scan character, but I find Taimu to be a lot stronger. So Envyus does manage to defend that point. They're also very close to their ultimates, so but so is Lunatic High. This is going to be a really close fight coming up to this. But if you notice that Eska had his ultimate a lot in that last fight, and he gets picked off by the pulse bomb. It seems like this fight is going to be in the favor of Envyus, but Toby did use their ultimate. I think they are going to be trying to win this fight, but it seems like just really poor time to use their ultimates. I think Lunatic High really messed that up. They used Toby's ultimate and Taejun ult, so now they're down a Lucio and a Roadhog ultimate, and that's a lot of firepower that you're missing now, especially if you're going to combo it with Miro, who's about to get his ultimate on the Zarya. So I feel like that's a really missed opportunity. Envyus rocking this triple DPS one support lineup, doing a ton of work. Harry Hook is about to have ultimate, seeing if he can get a pick, and he's right above them now. He's trying to get it a little sticky, and he manages to get Jaeyoung. So right now, Lunatic High is down there on a support. He's pulling them away. Toby can't really catch them. Once again, another fight in Envyus' favor, but Envyus did use a lot of the resources. Harry Hook and Coco are both down their ultimates. They have no ultimate charge up right now. Lunatic High are beginning to restack their resources and come back. We know Mei ultimate stacks very quickly, so Tailspin can get up there. It only takes 1,000 damage, I believe, in charge. So he's already 50%. So a couple of right clicks into any of these characters, and they're quickly going to get into this next fight. So Lunatic High is going to go up on the far side, try and get on the high ground. So he's going to do something again. Let's see if Eska gets that really good wall off again. He tries to, and he won't be able to get caught out on the side. He's doing so much damage onto Internet Hulk right there. And he's going to drop his ultimate. So well timed. And Dean pins Taimu. Oh my goodness, that was so clutch. Taimu got Ana ulted from Chips, and then he got charged by Dean into the wall when he was already knocked down by Dean's Earth Shatter. And so they completely canceled out several key power plays right there. And we're going to see some swaps going into this next point as they try and control the high ground. Harry Hook going back to his Lucio. We're seeing Tailspin going on to McCree. He's very good on this high ground, can do a lot of damage, a lot of pressure if he's not forced off of it. And we're seeing Taejun move over to the Tracer right now, which is very interesting. And Eska is going over to the McCree. I really like that. Mei really struggles with the next point. He comes up, drops his bomb onto them, and he's unable to kill them. That's just going to give a lot of ult charge to Chips. And that's just something they didn't really need. If he did manage to get the pick on the Reinhardt or any other character, it would really help with this push right now. But right now it's kind of a stalemate as things are playing off. So right now they're hiding in church, trying to be safe. And great start to this fight. Good graviton. Taimu is in danger. Oh, he was so close to surviving that. If they had been able to rush him down and kill him, they might have been able to survive that fight a little bit longer. But great initiate by Internet Hulk. They knew exactly where they were. They coordinated the fall down. And just Lunatic Eye wasn't able to pick off Taimu as he came down with the ultimate. But here's the thing. Lunatic Eye, Taijun went back to the Roadhog. He did do the Tracer initially to get back to the point faster. And they're going to be having a lot of their ultimates come up. As I said again in the earlier point, this is something that I noticed Korean teams do a lot better than a lot of Western teams. They just have a lot more ultimates. All they have is Chips with ult and also Tailspin getting close to his ult. So Taimu is buffed. He's going after the tanks, doing a ton of damage. Coco and Taimu managed to get a pick, but Eska on this McCree, who is empowered, just something that is so strong, is doing so much work. Takes Internet Hulk and Taimu out on the side, has his ultimate on Deadeye. There's no way Coco can stop that. He does not have his ultimate up. He already used it in the previous fight. Lunatic Eye should know this. This Deadeye should be pretty free. But Coco manages to get his ultimate. He uses it. Doesn't manage to kill anyone. Knocks down both supports, but he can't really charge them because if he does, he and his team is going to die. And right now, just really good shot by Taejun. They win the series 3-1. Really well played by Lunatic Eye. Just the resource management, even when they're losing or having losing fights, they always manage to come back in a very interesting way. So good job on Team Lunatic High. I just like the way they're playing. Eska just using the full advantage of the nano boosted McCree on him. I see a lot of teams, a lot of players not do that. However, if the McCree is just a really good player, you can just see how much work they can do. Just start popping headshots and they just snowball a fight quickly in their favor. So great series. I suggest anyone who's interested, go back and watch the entire series. Lunatic High and Envyus, one of the strongest teams currently in the scene right now. And it's just interesting to see the adaptations and the strategies both teams pull out and how they play them out. So until then, thank you guys for watching this shoutcast, and I'll talk to you all later.